to figure out where my slide is at. Thank you. I'm here to see anybody in the chat, so am I right to say that you guys can hear me? Can I get thumbs up if you guys can hear me? All right, cool. So I'm here to see introduction. Thank you for letting me know. Right. I'm here to see introduction. I'm here to see anybody telling me where they're joining from. All right, fantastic. All right. Looking to move to France for a tech role, hopefully using a talent visa. I'm currently an IT technician and also a part-time system administrator. I have 15 plus years experience in IT. I hold a bachelor's degree in cybersecurity and hold multiple certification, CompTIA A plus, net plus security, and that's .NET security, and I'm working on CISSP. Right. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Digital marketer joining from Ibadan, joining from Abuja, joining from Lagos, a fresher in cybersecurity. All right. So we have, multiple cybersecurity experts in the room. So as a fresher, right, we have someone who has a degree in cybersecurity, right? You may want to connect with the person, all right, and become a mentee, right, and share knowledge, right? This is where it's interesting, right? Because you can meet people that you can learn from. You're not just going to be learning from me. We can learn from one another also. We have a technology solution consultant in the room. He has dropped his LinkedIn. You can connect with him on LinkedIn. We have a digital marketer in the room. The LinkedIn is there. You can connect and build that network, right? One of the things that makes you globally attractive, and I'm going to be talking a lot about being globally attractive today, is the fact that you build network across bridge, right? Software developer and cybersecurity enthusiasts. So we have a lot of cybersecurity experts in the room today. Network engineer, right? Fantastic. Right. Let's keep those messages coming in, right? I want to have a feel of who is in the room, and I can connect. Sorry about that. I can share my experience and also connect with you guys where you are. All right. So we are eMigr8. We are a tech-enabled platform for relocation and settlement. What we do primarily is to make you globally attractive, and we say visas are a side effect of being globally attractive. Right. Can you guys see my screen? Can I get a thumbs up if you can see my screen? All right. Fantastic. Right. So tech-enabled platform, thank you very much. Tech-enabled platform for relocation and settlement. That is eMigr8. What we do primarily is to make you globally attractive, to make your brand globally attractive, to make your startup, if you are a startup founder, globally attractive in such a way that you can move from one geography to the other. Right. Today, we're going to be exploring the global talent visa from around the world, but we are focusing more on the UK global talent visa today. We'll answer some questions and share some similarities across borders, right? But our primary focus today is going to be around the UK global talent visa. There's a lot of similarities that talent visas share right, across border. One of them is being globally attractive. So don't say, oh, we're talking about UK, it's not for me. It's for you, because most of the requirements are the same across Europe or across the globe, right? Yeah, so that's what we're going to focus on. My name is Moody, so you can call me Moody. We also have Coach AI, right? If you go to Dr. Zenith, architect.ai eMigr8 AI, you are able to access Dr. Zenith, which you can that can preview and review your I'll ask my team to please put a link on the chat that can preview and review your profile and tell you which of the visas route opportunity you qualify for, and if you don't yet qualify, what do you need to do, where is your strongest points and where are the points that you need to work on, right? So take advantage of that. We're a tech-enabled platform. We have gifts for everyone as long as you're on our platform. 85% of what we do is free, yeah, right? 80 to 90% I do say is free, right? So we have gifts. If you stay to the end of the session, we do come bearing gifts, right? Today. Now, we've had open days in the past, previous editions. You can go watch the replay. You can find them on our app, right? We've talked about various tech-enabled visas opportunities. We've talked about relocation. We've talked about even settlement in new geography as a tech talent, right? We've talked about different visa route, from innovator founder visa to French startup visa to the Canadian startup visa. We have resources that you can binge on YouTube, or preferably on our app where you find them easily. So if you don't have the eMigr8 app, you should download the eMigr8 app today. You can do it right as you're listening to me. Go to anywhere you can find your app, any of the App Store, Google Play Store, Apple iStore, Apple Store, right? Or you can go on our website, emigratvisa.com/tech visa, and you can there's a link there that you can download the app through. We also have communities on WhatsApp. You can join our communities on WhatsApp and on Telegram, right? And you can also join us via eMigr8.ai. It's a platform where you can find out a lot more information than time will allow me share today, but I'll do well to make good use of our time. Right. It's also a good time to invite friends who are looking at relocation, who are looking at becoming globally attractive, to join the conversation. You can extend the link to them to join this conversation. And if you have any questions, do use the chat room, and I'm going to take as much questions. I like sessions that are interactive because it allows me to drill down and give more information, and also allow me to tailor some of the conversation to your reality and where you are, right? We have several packages within the eMigr8 platform, right? One of the package that is on offer at the moment is Settle in the UK as a tech talent, right? So Settle in the UK it's running. If you want to know more about this, you can send a text or WhatsApp to any of the numbers on this slide, or go to emigratvisa.com and you see the campaign ongoing. So it's friendly to beginners, it's friendly to experts. It allows you to move with your dependents or spouse. It's also available if you're already in the UK and you're looking to switch from a work-based visa to a more stable visa, or you move from one visa category, maybe tier 2 visa category, to a more stable visa category, tier 1. So we have the Settle in the UK package at the moment, and it's open. We say at least it takes a timeline of 3 to 6 months estimation, and depending on the visa route that you're looking at, there might be an investment budget needed, right? It's not exclusive to the budget is not exclusive to all visa route, right? But if depending on the visa route that you're looking at, the Settle in the UK combines 3 visa routes together, so giving you a possibility of landing at least one of them. So if you need more information, do reach out to us and we can share more on that. I've talked about what eMigr8 is, right? eMigr8, what we do is we help you become globally attractive by reviewing your tech profile or your tech-enabled business profile, So if you have a business within the tech space, we can help you review your offer and review your customer segmentation, review your product, help you position in such a way that you can get customers, you can get clients, you can get users across the globe, right? And also as a tech profile, tech personality, tech person, tech talent, we can help you position your talents, your profile in such a way that you command demand from multiple geography, right? That is what we mean by becoming globally attractive. And like we said, the visa is only a side effect of that objective. Our objective is to make sure you are sought after globally. Right. I talked about free assessment. If you go to architect.emigratvisa.com, right, you can take a free assessment at the moment, right? Just go there. You can take a free assessment and you can see your qualification. If you qualify for the UK Global Visa, if you qualify for the US O1 visa, if you qualify for the French passport talent visa, or the German EU blue card. Now, this is a free kind of assessment, free assessment. What we expect is that you follow through after this assessment, right? You can come into our community and say, okay, I qualify for this visa, or I have 60% or 1% on this visa, but I'm interested in this. And we can design a roadmap that can take you from 1% to 90%, right? We can design a roadmap that will take you from 5% to 95%, right? And we can design a roadmap that can take you from 65% even to 90, 95%, right? So the idea is to know, where do I stand? You know, what does my qualification, what does my profile give to me as of today, right? And we can take the conversation forward to say, right, let's work on XYZ, right? There are different touch points that we can review with respect to your profile that can make you stand out. You know, you might have to do some courses, you might have to do some engagement, speaking engagement here and there, mentoring or becoming a mentee or becoming a mentor, things like that. We can design that roadmap, right? So scanning this is the first step, but we expect you to follow through as we progress, right? And we like to say, you know, disclaimer, we are not immigration experts, so we're not giving you legal advice or immigration advice, right? What we're giving you is that we're providing information, we're providing insights, we're providing guidance, inspiration, coaching, mentorship, support, handholding, and very important, we're providing a community of people that are globally attractive or that are becoming globally attractive that can handhold you through your journey. So these are individuals that have gotten endorsed by multiple endorsing parties or countries, right? So they can walk you through the path. So, and that is what we are providing, a community that can come around you and help you navigate your path. Remember, 85 to 90% of what we do on this platform is free, right? Now, these are, and you feel free to take a screenshot of this page. These are the visas that we speak to at the moment. It is not exhaustive, just for the sake of presentation. We have a selected few here, right? So we speak to talent visa, talent-based visa. We speak to startup visa. We speak to work or employment-based visa. We do speak to digital nomad visa and other category of visa like the UK self-sponsorship visa or the tech visa for investors. Now, if you have a startup or you have a brilliant idea that you think has a market in any of these countries we've listed here, or we haven't yet listed, right? You know, do come in reach out to us and we can have conversations further. But the UK Innovator Visa focuses on startup. So if you're looking at the UK market, and there are lots of information on the UK Innovator Founder Visa online. If you go to gov.uk, right, and type in the search bar UK Innovator Founder Visa, you find a lot of information there. All right. Some of those information, you might need someone to help you crystallize it into simple layman's language on what you need to provide, right? We do have coaches who have been endorsed on this visa route, and they can tell you, put you in touch with what they did and how they put the application together in such a way that it was brilliant enough for them to be endorsed. right? So that's what we provide in our community. We also have the Canada Startup Visa, right? And this include you getting into an accelerator program that has the endorsing rights within Canada to showcase your product, right? So accelerator is your general accelerator. Of course, you have a product that you're already working on before you are accepted into the accelerator. We can walk you through how to get into that system, into that accelerator, and help you build your startup profile in such a way that is attractive even to get the invitation to join the accelerator. There's the French tech visa for founders. Also, again, you have a product and you think there's a market for your product within the French ecosystem, right? You have a niche market. You have a niche that you want to sell to the French ecosystem. Yeah, we can help you again package that together. That's for the startup visa. Like I said, this is not exhaustive. It's just for the sake of presentation. We have selected a few. We do have talent visas, right? So today we're talking about the global talent visa, which otherwise called Technician for the UK, all right? But there's talent visa for the US, which is the O1 visa, focused on looking out for individuals with extraordinary abilities, right? It just means individuals that have done, a little more than the average individual have done. So it doesnn't mean there's a superpower there. It's just that you've done a little more and they can assess you based on what you have done, right? There's the global talent stream for Canada. There's the French tech visa. There's the eBlue card visa for Germany. And there's the national innovation visa for Australia. It used to be called the global talent visa Australia, but I think it's 2 years ago now. The name was reformed was changed to national innovation visa for Australia. Now there's the work based or employment based visa, the skilled worker route for the UK. We have the EB1, EB2, NIW, and HA1, H1 visa for the US. We also have the temporary foreign workers program for Canada, or the international mobility program for Canada. We have the French tech visa for employees who are looking to get into the French ecosystem, working for company. Yeah, apologies. So that again is the work-based visa, right? So we do have temporary digital nomad visas that we speak to in our ecosystem. So if any of these visa routes is what you are looking at, or you are interested in any of these, I advise that you take some time, do some research on your own, but come into our ecosystem and let's talk when you have figured it out. If you have questions, if you are certain you want to go for any of this route, we'll have mentors that can walk you through this visa route. Right. So I'm taking time to break it down so that if you have any question, like I said, I'll come to the chat very soon. You can use the chat room, right? What can we offer, or what can eMigr8 service cover, right? This is one of the services we offer. Free information sessions like this one, general inquiry sessions. Again, use the chat to answer your general questions for now. We do have coaching and hand-holding session. We do have again, the free AI tool I just shared earlier, Dr. Zinet, right, that can help you review your qualification status, all right, for all tech visas. That is available, it's free of charge. We can sit down with you to draw up a map that takes you from being a beginner to becoming globally attractive, right, to build a tech profile that is globally attractive. Of course, we don't do it on our own. We have partners that we work with that offer different services on your path to becoming globally attractive. We also offer review of the UK Global Talent application and also the endorsement review process for the UK Global Talent visa, otherwise called the Technician visa, right? And everything we do, like I said, can be broken down into the free section and the premium section. I've talked extensively about the free. Most of what we do is free, and everything in the premium section, we have the free version. So you can leverage on the free as much as you can, right? The premium speaks to specialized coaching if you're looking for a specialized, if you're moving from one career to the other and you need some specialized coaching, it's a bit of a premium because somebody has to dedicate their time to walking you through that process. Standard packages review, they're around your niche, around your time, around specific arcs that are things that the eMigr8 Circle offer, and it's under our premium session. But however, we do have specific visa hours that you can ask any questions. It's free of charge. We do you can free of charge. Right? Even it's free, right? You can um leverage on our video, you can leverage on our specific visa hours. You can also take our assessments, those are available, they are free. You don't have to come to the premium section, right? Then if you are interested in anyone, we have 3 pillars, right? The do it yourself, the do it with me, and the do it for me pillars. Now, these are 3 pillars that you can leverage on. The do it yourself is, this is a free session. I want to do it myself. We give you all the resources you need within the ecosystem, right? And you can leverage on that. The do it with me, right? You have a coach, you have a mentor that can walk through any of these sessions with you. Then the do it for me, again, you have a coach that can walk through any of the session. This is particular for individuals that are switching careers, they're switching, coming into tech from a different career perspective. It's advisable that you do have to do with me. You have a dedicated coach that can work with you on that journey, right? Any of the journey you are on, you can start with emigrate.com/tech visa. You can start their free information that can start you off to today. Most of the questions that we're going to be asking today is you actually starting. Right, so feel free to leverage on that. We've talked about our packages, so I won't labor it too much, right? We have the move to the UK as a global talent. We have the move to the UK as an innovator founder visa. We have coaches that are in-house that have been endorsed in all of these routes that can speak, individual coaches, I must say, not one coaches have been endorsed in all of individual coaches that have been endorsed in one of these routes that can speak to you. So move to the US as a global talent. We have coaches that can handhold you and walk you through the process. Move to Canada as a startup founder. We have startup founders that have been endorsed, that have gone through this process, and they can tell you, share their journey and give you more information now that they are in Canada, building their product within the Canada ecosystem. They have more information to share with you to give you an edge when you are applying. Right. So those are the packages that we offer, right? I will pause for now. I'll pause sharing for now to look at the questions on the chat. So if you have any question, please put it in the chat. So any questions so far, put it in the chat, and I'm just going to run through those questions. All right, I see a long list of questions. I would start with, okay. Nathan, if anyone needs community help migrating to the US, my wife is an immigration attorney. So guys, you have someone in the chat. So if you need help, if you're looking to migrate to the US, remember I said it's a community event, let's have a conversation. And Nathan also, let's have a conversation, and we can see if we can build a pipeline of a partnership, and that can work for everyone. So someone says, I'm interested in UK visa in tech, but I am new in cybersecurity, just right certificates. Okay, let's see. All right, short courses in cybersecurity, how do I push through? Right, so if you are new, one of the things you want to do is you want to volunteer your time, you want to volunteer your resource in building projects, right? Offer your skill set somewhere, build a portfolio. right? That's where you start from. Most of the visa routes are more, they're paying attention to what have you built, right? What is your experience, right? So your certificate is good, is the foundation, is the foundational blocks, but you can't rest there, right? You have to build expertise. You have to, and how do you build expertise? You have to be involved in a project, in a product-based project, offering your skill set as a cybersecurity expert, right? And over time, you are able, over time, you're able to come into that right. Need to mute this and take control of this. That's why I stopped sharing at a point. All right. So all right, fantastic. So you need to, for example, spend some time building products, right? You need to spend some time building a product, not just building a certification, which is good. Certification is amazing, but nobody just employs you because you have the certification, right? You are employed because you have the skill sets. You're employed because you can deliver on the job, right? And how do you prove that you can deliver on the job? You have experience to prove. How do you get experience? You start by volunteering, sharing your time, right? That's where you start from. Volunteering your time is a good place, to start, right? So that's the first question. Let me know if you need more explanation. Um we can get a timed session where we can speak, and I can offer specific if you're looking for something more specific. And in our communities, we have people that are offering opportunities. So we have a partner called Last by Bancom that offers opportunity for you to build skill sets, right, and leverage your skill set in building an actual product. We also have a partner called eMigr8, not a partner with eMigr8 called Bancom Dev Center, where you can build more skill sets, right? So that again, it's a fantastic way for you to build exposure and get more under your belt, right? I'm interested in Canada or Germany visa, but I don't have a solid certification to draw. It's something that we have talked about extensively, right? To say we do have, if certification again is not just enough, just certification is not enough. You have to have experience. You have to have products that you have built on, and we have partnerships that can help you with that exposure, right? We have partnership that can help you build. We have partnership that can help you build exposure, right? So that it's something that you should take a look at, right? If you want a how do I put it now? A roadmap that can lead you to having the right skill set. Yes, we can come into contact and we can speak on that roadmap, on building the roadmap, right? Right? In a minute. All right. So when it comes to if you just have certification, experience is key, right? Experience is key. So I can't talk enough about having the right experience. And how do you have the right experience? Get to do the work, right? Get to apply the certification, get to do the work, and we can navigate from there. All right. No, please. So what is the path for those who have extensive experience in the technology solution design and sales for multinational and seeking to take the experience to working within Europe. So it's very clear. So the Global Talent Visa offers both business exposure. So if you are in business within tech or you are a tech practitioner within tech, I use the word practitioner slowly, right? You can apply if you're in business within tech. So if you tech solution, digital marketer, right, project manager, product manager within tech solution. These are not core technical skill set. You can apply for the Global Talent Visa, right? You just have to show your experience, the impact you've made in your sector, right? As a, let me come back to you, as a tech solution design expert or as a tech sales expert. They are folks that have been endorsed by the UK Global Talent because they have experience, extensive experience in tech solutions and tech sales, right? Vice versa, right? So it is open to you. You just have to go through the Technation guideline, which you can find on the Technation website on gov or on gov.uk website. Read through the criteria, right? If you have any challenge with any of the criteria, then come into the ecosystem. Let's talk. Let's break it down. Let's put it in front of other individuals that have gone through your paths and we're able to navigate through it. So it's open. The tech visa is open. You can also look at the work-based visa where you can get a job and you get sponsorship to come into the UK. There's also the digital nomad visa. So there are countries like Malta that will give you visa if you have a tech job, right? And you can prove that you have a tech job and you give a digital nomad visa to come live in Malta, right? But you have to come, you have one of the criteria is that you have to have a job, right? That can pay your bills while in Malta. There is also the Portugal nomad visa, Portugal visas. There's also, again, work visas in the UK, for example, that can help you through that process. So when it comes to the UK, there are different options. And when it comes to being a tech solution expert, there are also different options that are available to you. Right. So if you're interested, we can have a roadmap that you can follow through. One of the things I need from you guys is you have to be a bit certain, not a bit, you have to be sure. So if you say Europe, Europe has a lot of countries. Where do you want to go to in Europe? Right. So that we can narrow the conversation down. Time will not allow me to talk extensively about Malta, about Spain, about France, about UK, all in this slot of time that we have, right? So you need to be specific. Where do you want to go to, right? And that is important. Then we can look through. I just talked to you about Malta. One of the key requirements for Malta is that you must be working in a tech organization that pays you enough to be able to afford your expense while living in Malta. So Malta will give you a digital nomad visa to come in, right? Similarly, and most of those visas are renewable every year, by the way, right? Most of the digital nomad visa is issued annually, so every year you get to renew it. The UK has the work visa. You don't have to renew that every year, right? But just a work visa in the UK, it has different tenure. Some of them are 3 years, most of them are 3 years, and you can renew for another 3 years, right? Some of them are yearly, depending on your organization that is sponsoring you, right? So take that. Right. So I think there's a follow-up question, but I'll come back to that shortly. So those are the parts. I've been able to break it down. Those are the parts that are available to you. If you're looking at talent visas, you can look at the global talent visa. If for the gentleman or for the person looking at coming in that have experience in technology solution design, right, and sales, right. So the next question. Okay, there's a follow-up question to say, but how do I start volunteering and carrying out projects with experience? Okay, so it's simple, right? If you go online, you can find there are different platforms. Let me not say online. You can go on LinkedIn and you can find people that in your sector that have their carrying out one personal project or even public projects, right? And you can send them a DM to say, I'm interested in the project you're working on. How do I contribute to your project? There are a lot of open source projects, open source platform also that you can leverage, right? Your skill set. There's also community projects. There are communities that come together to build products, right? You don't have to be in cybersecurity, for example, right? Company. There are startup firms that are building products that you can offer your skill set, volunteer your time to make sure that they are observing all the cybersecurity rules and making sure their platform is secured, right? And that is how again, you have to be willing to step out. You have to be willing to step out. Sometimes you have to, be the one to take the initiative to send an email to say, I see you're building a fantastic platform. Can I advise you around cybersecurity? Can I work with your team around cybersecurity for this product? Or I see you're building a fantastic product. I think I have a market for you that I can market this product to. Right. And that is you volunteering your time. You don't have to sign up physically on the platform. But of course, there are platforms, right, that allows you sign up, right? There are platforms that you can sign up and become a volunteer. There are platform also, without trying to do adverts, that you can put up your profile and people can reach out to you, right? And you just have to look up those platforms. If you do a simple search, right, you'll find them online, right? That's but if you come into the Bincom ecosystem, we're able to also advise on some of those platforms. There are some that are total waste of time, I must say. There are some that you can of course get the best out of. All right, so that's how you volunteer, right? It's easy. Take the initiative. Yeah. So someone said, I'm a software developer with experience. What is the best path? So to go for a German or Canadian visa. Now, when you say what is the best path, it's have you looked at all the options that you get from from Germany and Canadian visa? Right. So the best part, we have to look at your CV. The best part for person A might not be the best part for person B. All parts are good. You just have to which part am I most comfortable with, right? All parts are good, right? Some of them have limitations. Are you able to live with those limitations? Some of them are more, for example, the best part to come into any country is the legal part, and all parts are legal, right? So we talk about legal migration here. All parts are legal. So you need to ask yourself, I've broken it down. I've shown you the different visa route. All of these visa routes have different criteria. I think the question is, do you meet the criteria? Have you read through the criteria? And these are online. If you want to go to Germany, there is the blue card visa route. The criteria to apply for that, it's online. It's on the national Germany page. It's also on, you can Google it. They're online. You can read through, do you meet that criteria? If you want to go to if you want to leverage on the Canada Tech visa, there are criterias, right? There are the mandatory criteria, there are the optional criteria. You have to read through the criteria to say, do I meet this criteria? But definitely all paths are good, right? Some paths might allow you longer stay than others. And the one that allows you shorter stay gives you an opportunity to kind of review or renew your stay, maybe on an annual basis or every other 2 years or every other 3 years. So the question, what part is the best? All parts depend on what you qualify. You qualify for. When I mean qualify, which of the criterias do you meet? Right. So for the software developer, you are in a good spot. The world has shortage in that industry. Most ecosystem around the world are looking for more software developers, across the globe, right? There's a need for software developer everywhere in the world today. So just make a choice. Where do you want to be and why do you want to be there? Right? Is it because it gives you opportunity to grow? Because just don't forget that migration is not the end goal. Becoming globally attractive is the end goal. Just for migrating's sake is not the end goal. You have to be able to contribute to the ecosystem that you're going into. You have to be able to become a top leader in that ecosystem. right? And you have to be able to grow within that ecosystem. So which ecosystem offers you all of this? That is what you should be looking at, right? So fantastic. Experience and certification in my front line. I think I, I'm not sure I get that correctly. So certification is foundation, experience is the layer you build on top of the foundation. Right. So you have to get, if you have certification in software engineering, for example, you have to have built softwares, build products. That's the experience we're talking about. Right. So the layers, the bricks you put on top of that foundation is what is most important, is what most of the visa route is going to assess you by, right? To say, what is the impact of the products that you have built? Nobody's going to ask you, what is the impact of your certification, right? But your certification is a good foundation. What have you done with the certification? So I've built a product. Is that product listed? Is it in any of the app of the Apple stores or the Google stores? Right? Can I download that product? Is that product being used today? What is the impact of that product? Right? That is what most companies and most countries are interested in. Basically, can you be of impact in our ecosystem? Can you deliver value in our ecosystem? The only way we know you can deliver value in our ecosystem is, have you delivered value anywhere else before? Can you show that you have delivered value anywhere else before? Right? So that is what is critical, right? So the foundation, like I said, is certification. You can get all the knowledge, which is fantastic, right? By all means, get the knowledge. But by all means, as you're getting the knowledge, apply those knowledge, right? We have a partner in Last by Bincom where you can apply those knowledge if you're looking at applying those knowledge right away. But you can also personally apply those knowledge, building things, right? Or volunteering your time to build things, or also getting a job within your present ecosystem, which is a lot more easier than looking at relocating without that experience, right? So hope that helps. Certification is good. Please get your certification, but also build experience, build exposure. All right. So I see a lot of question around Germany and Portugal. Right. Um, so I'm just going to take some of them. I hopefully I've answered some of them in my explanation, but I'll take others. Do you do roadmap for digital business analysts working with the NHS for the global talent visa? The short answer is yes, right? The short answer is yes. So for the global talent visa for the UK, otherwise called technician visa, is broadly divided into two categories, like the exceptional talent category and the exceptional promise category. The exceptional talent categories are for individuals that have been in this their chosen field for upward of 5 years. So you've been a software developer for more than 5 years. You've been a solution architect for more than 5 years. You've been a product manager for more than 5 years. You've been um, you're in tech sales for more than 5 years. So you have impact to show. You have experience under your belt. You are going to be accessed as a global talent, exceptional talent category. Now, there's the exceptional promise category. This is for individuals that have been in tech for 3 to 5 years. So between 3 to 5 years, so under 5 years. So between 3 to 5 years. So you are seen as a promising talent that, if given the right enabling environment, you can thrive within the UK ecosystem, right? It means you are going to show experience and impact. Your impact stories and your experience is going to be within 3 to 5 year mark, and you can apply for any of those visas. Now, depending on how long you've been in tech, we can build a roadmap to suit that category. So yes, digital business analyst working with the NHS, let's have a conversation. All right, let's have a conversation. Please join any of our ecosystem, preferably the WhatsApp group, right? And let us know, and we're going to schedule a time where we can talk, just to be able to crystallize. And I'm sure there's some information you can provide on the chat that we can talk through when we have a one-on-one, right? All right. So there's a question here. What is a skill or skill that makes a candidate stand out to a tech company in France and elsewhere? So I think, first of all, right, skills, I think it's a broad definition. It's a talent, is something that you're good at. It's a task that you've mastered the act of doing frequently, effortlessly. It comes to you, right? And you've done it over time. It becomes a skill set, right? So software development, within software development, there's skills like front-end developer, there's skills like back-end developer, and there are people that have combined both together to become full stack developers. So they are developers, they can build an application for you in record time, under a month, some people under a week, right? That is a skill set. There is also skill set like product management. You could conceptualize products and break them into smaller modules and leverage waterfall or agile. You can build that product alongside your developers to become a full-fledged product. So that is a skill set. Now, those and most of the visas route are looking for people that have these particular skill sets. Now, if you're a full stack developer or you're a front end developer or back end developer, you build your skill to a point where in your ecosystem, you're among the top skilled level people in your ecosystem because you build multiple products, right? And you can show that there's proof of the multiple products you build. You have product that is in the market and have impact story that you can point an assessor to, right? So those are the skill sets that makes you stand out. So if you build a product and nobody has used the product, it might be fantastic, but there's no impact to that product. Nobody's looking for somebody's that built a product and nobody has used, except it's an exceptional product that has a market in this ecosystem and they can look at it. But imagine if you build a product that is serving 1,000 people, 2,000 people, active users within your ecosystem, right? France would when you submit a proposal to France or when you apply for the French talent visa, right? They will look at that to say if you've been able to build a product that has 10,000 users, active users, or 20,000 active users, then you have an impact story. Then they are inclined to extending invite to you to come into the French ecosystem to build such product. Remember, at the end of the day, we're talking about product, but what they're looking at is bottom line, right? This product, if it's serving 10,000 people, right, it means it's employing a few people to manage a platform. And those people are going to be paying their taxes, right? So you've created jobs for a few people and you contributed to the national GDP of the country. So it's a win-win where they give you an invitation for you to come and build your product, but they're expecting that your product will contribute to the national GDP at the end of the day, right? So those are things to look at, impact story of your skill set. So it's not enough to say, oh, I'm a front-end developer. What have you built? Where is it hosted? Who are the people using it? Where's your customer base, right? And how are you growing that skill set? Are you leveraging AI? So it's not enough today to just have software development skill. You have to know how to leverage AI also today. So you have to understand trend. Where's the industry going? How you position yourself for where the industry is going, right? The big European countries, the Western countries will give you a platform to expand, but you have to come into this platform with a product, with an idea, with your skill set. Now, if you are not a founder and all you have a skill set, you build a product, you can also come into French or the France ecosystem or the European ecosystem, as we like to put it, or the UK ecosystem. And their shortage. I just said to someone now that software developers are in high demand in most countries of the world. So there's shortage in that industry. So if you are a fantastic software developer, trust me, you're coming to close up the gap that exists in those markets today where they are looking for software developers. Right. So that's how you put yourself, that's how you position yourself. So by all means, learn skill, learn something within tech and be very good at it, right? And apply it and do not be scared to put it on your CV, put it on your LinkedIn, let people know what you're building, be part of a product, right? Work with a product, put something out there that people will use and document the impact story along the line. And those are things that stands you out, particularly for product. Now, there's also when you're building a product, there's the functional and the non-functional requirement. So there's also the non-product requirement, which whereby you build skills, communication skills, right? Interacting with people, connecting with people, right? Can you work in a group? Can you work in a team? You have to build that also because you have to show have you contributed with your skill to your ecosystem, not just your product now. So your product is doing amazing well, fantastic. But how have you contributed to your ecosystem? Have you contributed to the open source project at your ecosystem? Have you contributed by putting out knowledge to your ecosystem? Things like that. How have you contributed, right? You need to spend some time. Are you paying it forward by mentoring a group of people or mentoring someone? Right? Are you a frequent platform speaker where you're sharing knowledge? Are you writing for journals or put your articles in leading journals of the world to increase the world global knowledge base? Those things also play a role in getting you qualified to become globally attractive. Right. So I've said quite a lot there. Hopefully, I've been able to unpack. Give me a thumbs up if I've answered your question and if I've been able to unpack some of the knowledge base. So, all right, fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So on if you are just beginning and you have certification, for those of us that have certification in the room and they're looking for how to build experience, where to volunteer. On the chat, my team has just dropped the Last by Bain a 3 to 6 month program that brings participants together to build a digital product, right? So that is a good way to start building product. You go through the product life cycle from ideation to scaling, right? So it's a fantastic way to build products. So take advantage of that, right? The link is in the chat. Okay. I left some questions earlier. These are questions that came from the community because I just wanted to speak to those of us that are on the call, right? If you have any question while on the call, please, fantastic. Drop it in the chat. My job is simple today. I just want to demystify some of the bottlenecks and break it down for you to be able to understand some of the requirements across all of the visa. Okay. All right, fantastic. Also, do remember that it's a community event at the end of the day. And so share your knowledge if you have experience. If you have an experience in any of the tech field, right, do share your experience, right? Do where to share your experience. If you have questions, do where to share the question. If there's a question in the chat that you have a solution to, please do share it also. It's a very we're open to everybody. It's a community at the end of the day. All right. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to go back to my slide quickly to talk about again. Let me know if you can see my slide. Just give me a thumbs up, right? If you can see my slide, that will help me. Okay. All right. So emigrateVisa.com/tech tech visa is where you want to go to start. If you like, oh, you've said quite a number of things here. I want to begin. I've heard you, but where do I start from? Get the app. Get our app. There are a lot of videos that we've broken down some of these visa routes, the digital nomad visas. We've broken it down. And this app is right in your phone. If you go to your app store, you'll be able to download Emigrate with an 8. Let me take tech visa, right? You're able to um download them, right? Okay. So most of the visa routes that I've spoken about, the bane of the matter or the cross of the matter is that you have to be globally attractive. I like to joke to say I doubt if Mark the Meta guy I like to call him the man in charge of Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, if he wants to go into any country today, I doubt if there's any country that will not give him visa because he's globally attractive. He commands a lot of value. Right. And that's where everybody needs to aspire to get to. We will not become Mark, but we can aspire at the very least and become globally attractive. Right. And that is what you should be working on as as an individual. How do I get better? Even when you do migrate, how do I get better? How do I improve my skill set? How do I improve my value? Right. And that's why we're having all of these conversations today, right? Becoming globally attractive. And a good place to start is by using, again, our AI, architect.emigrate8visa.com, right? All you need to do is to impute your profile and you're going to get an assessment. There is a comprehensive assessment that you have to pay token for, but there's a fair assessment for everybody that you don't have to pay anything for. And you can take that assessment, right? And we can walk you through where you need to spend more time developing your skill sets, where you need to spend more time developing your profile, right? Again, we can have a strategic roadmap that work for you specifically, right? That is again, so you can even scan the barcode on the screen now. If you can see my screen, you can scan the barcode and to take you straight to that portal, architect.emigrate8visa.com. Right. So that's where we start from. We also have a community, right? If you're not part of our community yet, please do join. We have a WhatsApp community, a Telegram community. These are vibrant community where we keep sharing knowledge and keep informing on things that are changing, global trend with respect to tech visas and tech opportunities that is opening up. Right. Do share. Well, do join our community. What we ask is that you engage with us, right? You share the knowledge way it's free, so freely do share with your friends. Also post it, tag us when you do post it, like, retweet, whatever you can do to make sure people get the information that they need to move them from point A to point B or wherever they want to go. Feel free, come join our community. We do have app. I've spoken extensively about the app. We do have a 7 streak journey within the app. So if you use the app for 7 straight days, which is a week, 7 day streak, right, you qualify to win a prize, right? And the prize can be a coaching session. The prize can also be financial, right? Depending on what you win. We do offer a lot of referral bonus in our community. So again, the good news is that using the app, there are videos in the app that you can listen to, watch, there are resources in the app that you can read through, the opportunities within the app that you can take advantage of, right? So there are a lot of things that can keep you in the app for more than 7 days, right? So I advise you to, get in there, right? So from again, looking at it, if you are interested in becoming globally attractive or interested in relocation, right, you need to start with a plan. And a plan is simply a roadmap, right, that we've talked about. And we have an AI, right, eMigr8 AI, that can map this journey for you that can map this journey for you. But if you're taking a look at it, you have a plan, you submit your plan, right? You meet the criteria. The plan is to meet all the criteria, then you submit your request or you submit your application to the endorsing body, which is technician for now, under the Home Office for the UK Global Talent Visa, right? You get endorsed, then you move to the UK, you settle in the UK, which we also have communities that we can introduce you to. So if you're a founder, you'll be more interested in the founders community, the investors community, and investment community within the UK ecosystem, right? Or the accelerator communities, if you want to belong to an accelerator program within the UK, right? We can introduce you to that to help your settlement, right? And once you're introduced to that, the next thing is, you're thriving. Now, that is what you can do today, and we do have an AI, eMigr8 AI coach, AI for talent mobility, that can move you through, give you a roadmap like this, that can move you through from planning stage to qualification stage to endorsement stage, what you need to do, what are the boxes you need to check, and when you have been endorsed, what do you need to do to relocate? You know, what do you do in your first 30 days in a new geography, for example? How do I get into the what's it called now? How do I get a bank? How do I get an accommodation, for example? How do I open a bank account? How do I get my credit score rating going up? Or how do I even get into the credit system to be able to get a credit score? Things like that. They are within the UK, right? Credit system is very important. There are some house owners that will not lease their apartment to you if you don't have the right credit score, right? How do I get that? You know, and how do I get my first bank account? There's some high street bank. It's changing now because there's a lot of, you know, digital banks, but there's some high street bank that would not open a bank account for you if you don't have the right credit score, right? These are things you need to know about. So we have documentation, communities that we can share with you, right? That can help you settle properly when you get into the UK. And once you are settled, of course, the next thing is to thrive. And when you are thriving, we do ask that you pay it back by mentoring someone, that extending this knowledge that you have gotten, right, to somebody in the ecosystem, right? And if you're wondering why eMigr8, right, we do have AI coaching. If you're looking at that, also we do have human coaches also. So it's not just AI. We also do have human coaching. But our AI gives you a power, a precision. You know, it goes beyond traditional method of data-driven solution, right? There are other informations that we provide to you. Of course, we're supported by data, but there are other information that are niche, right, that we supply to you from our ecosystem, right? And also we personalize our experience, right? Our experience is, we do personalize the experience when dealing with an individual. Again, it's global. We give you instances, we give you instant insight, real-time updates, what is going on. I just told you about the Australian Global Talent Visa, now the Australian National Innovation Visa, right? The startup visa for the UK used to be called, no, the innovator founder visa for the UK used to be called startup visa, right? It was changed, I think, in 2023. So some of the updates that are coming, so for example, Technician is now under Home Office, and every now and again, there are information that goes out from Technician, right? And we update our community instant. As they come out, we're updating our communities, and you can find out within our app, within our AI tool also, right? It's a seamless experience, right? Using our AI tool. And of course, go global, guys. We want to go around the world with you, right? To bring all this together, we have a strong ecosystem partners, right? So where you're looking at preparation, you want information, we want education. We have a partner in Bincom Dev Center, right? It's a talent hub for talent development for around tech. So if you're looking to learn anything, any skill, there was the question in the chat earlier around which skill to develop or to learn. The Bincom Dev Center allows you, give you time to build skill, you know, and give you exposure, right? And offer training. They also have a pre-incubator program. If you have an idea and you want to incubate, they do that. We have partners that offer boot camps. We have partners that offer incubator programs, accelerator programs that we can introduce you to, right? And these are some of the benefits of working with eMigr8 if you're looking to work with eMigr8. And when you have been endorsed or before endorsement, we have mentors on our platform, right, before endorsement. If you also need immigration consultants, if you also need lawyers, right, we do have partnerships that we can introduce you to say you want to speak to a lawyer. We have law chambers and legal practitioners that we have worked with in the past that we can do introduction. So we are not going to be part of it. We just do introduction and we advise as on the need base, right? We do have logistics, you know, if you want to move, financing and all of that. We have partnerships that we can introduce you to. Our core job as eMigr8 is to make you globally attractive and to present the opportunities to you, right? In doing that, we have an ecosystem that you can leverage on. So if you're looking at moving to the UK on the skilled worker visa, we have partnership with recruiters who we can introduce you to. And if they have openings that your skill set meets, they can invite you for an interview. We can help prepare for the interview. We can help introduce you to the HR, but you have to sit for the interview yourself and you have to pass through the interview, right? So that is what we can do, right? We can't do more than that, right? We present you the opportunity as best as we can. And also we have partnership with policymakers, that help us to understand the nature of the policies that are coming out, the expectations with regards to this policy and how you can position yourself to take advantage of these policies, right, that are coming out with respect to migration, with respect to technology itself. So emigrateVisa.com/tech visa or any of the app emigrates on the app store is where you want to go to start. I've talked about Bincom Dev Center, one of our partners. What you learn there is build tech talent, build tech skill, build startup, and enhance your tech opportunity. I've also talked about Bincom Dev Center. One of the services they offer is the lab by Bincom. So if you have certification, if you are looking for where to build experience, you're looking for where to build significant experience in building a product, right? One of the requirements for the visas opportunity is that most of the requirements are looking for individuals that have built actual products and not folks that have worked in the service arm of technology, right? So if you're in technology and you've worked in call center, you might not qualify for most of the visa opportunity. So you have to actually have worked, either you're building a product or you're selling a product itself, right? And what Last by Bacon gives to you is an opportunity to actually build a product. Whether you're trying to relocate or not, I think everybody should have in their portfolio a considerable amount of product that they've invested in or that they've built over time. So this opportunity, the big Last by Income is a good opportunity to actually build product and to build product across various domains. So you might be in fintech and you build product in fintech, but you can join Last by Bincom and contribute and build a health tech product that expands, makes you more versatile in building products, right? The skill set is the same, but the audience is different. The target audience is different. So a health tech, what you're addressing, the problems are different. The solution is different. So it helps you to build multiple products across different vertical, right? So this is where if you're looking to transition from one career path to another, Last by Bincom can also be a catalyst for you. So take advantage, go to bincom.net/labs. Right. Um, so we've had over 50 direct successes, right? And over 1,000 indirect successes. So coaches that have worked with us that have gone ahead to also get successes in the in tech space in general, right? So if you are looking, at any of these opportunities, let us know and we can curate a journey for you, and you can be one of the success stories that we'll talk about. Now, I want to spend some time here, right, on the visas that we speak to, and also come back to you guys if you have questions, right? And let's unpack the questions. Okay, we have. So the recording would be made available on the app. So if you are on so somebody have asked if we'll make the slides available, but the recording will be available on the app, right? Emigrate apps, you can watch the recording, right? You can also go on our website. You find most of the informations there. All right. So let me talk about The global talent visa, a bit more for the UK. That's where we wanted to spend some time today, right? The global talent visa for the UK. So if you are a tech enthusiast, if you are a tech professional or an expert already, and you're looking at the global talent visa, the place to start is technation.io, right? Or go to gov.com and gov.uk rather, and type the word technician or the word global talent visa for digital talent. There's global talent visa for arts, there's global talent visa for academia, right? But what you're looking for is global talent visa for digital technology, right? There are you find list of criteria. There's one mandatory criteria, and there are four optional criteria, out of which you pick two out of the four optional criteria that you're going to apply against, right? You're going to provide information that you have met the criteria, that shows that you've met the criteria for those two, right? And you apply. And some of the things they ask is that you have to have three reference letters from three referees. These are individuals that have worked with you or know your product or worked with your product for at least 1 year, right? And can give recommendation as to your work ethics, your products delivery, or and give generally your tech journey. They can give confirmation or reference or referrals, right, to that. So three of those, then you have to write a letter of intent. Why global talent visa for the UK? Why are you coming to the UK? It's a good place. Letter of intent is where you summarize your journey and also offer a glimpse into the future, where you're coming to, if given the visa, if given the endorsement, what you will spend your time doing in the UK, what you will spend your time is very important, because most of the letter of intent, people just write about, oh, I've done XYZ, I've built an amazing product in my geography, and you leave it out there, and the assessor is trying to see what you are going to do differently when you move to the UK. So your letter of intent is a good place to let them to sell yourself, if you don't mind. Say, this is what I'm doing in the UK. I'm going to come with my product, or I'm going to come with my skill set. I'm going to be doing mentorship, whatever you're going to be doing. It's a good place to let the assessors know. Of course, you're going to upload a two-page CV. Your CV shouldn't be longer than 2 page, right? That details your most recent experience within the last 4 to 5 years, right? Your most recent experience. So those are the things that you submit for the global talent visa for the UK. For the mandatory criteria, oftentimes you're submitting documentation that talks about your innovation. What innovative product have you done? What innovative process have you put in place? Right. It's also talking about your leadership quality. Have you led a group? Have you led a team? Right. Those are the kind of things. I was talking about recognition also. Have you been recognized in your ecosystem? Remember, I talked about having the skill sets is key, but they are the non is functional, but they are also the non-functional requirements. Like, what have you contributed to your ecosystem, right? And that's where it comes into play. So recognition, have you been contributing to the ecosystem? Have you been recognized? Recognition doesn't always mean award, right? It can also mean being a speaker for a large tech event, or also being mentors. All right, you've been recognized as a thought leader, and you're offering your mentorships, offering your time to mentor the next generation. So you put all of this documentation together for the stage one of your application, right? And that is the stage one is the endorsing process, endorsing stage. All right, there's a token you have to pay about 756 thereabout pound for all of the process, right? You pay for that application. And when you get the endorsement, you take that endorsement and go to home office to apply for a visa. I think you can get a maximum of 5 years for a start, and you can renew that visa every 5 years if you want to renew, or you can switch to settled status in the indefinite leave to remain after 5 years for folks that are endorsed for global exceptional promise category, and folks that are endorsed for exceptional talent category, they can switch to permanent residence settled status, as we like to call it, which is the independent indefinite leave to remain after 3 years of being in the UK, right, and contributing to the UK economy. So you have to be contributing to the UK economy, by applying your knowledge and also by earning, employing, creating opportunity for employers, or creating an opportunity to employ people, right, in the ecosystem. So those are fundamental things within the UK global talent visa, right? And I think I've been able to sort of break that down. I don't know, do we have more questions? We do have less than 20 minutes to wrap up for today, right? If you have question, it's a good time to put it in the chat. But if you don't have questions and you're still here, you have won yourself a free coaching session, right? All you need to do to activate that free coaching session is to go in our community, preferably the WhatsApp community, and say to the administrator you are part of the February 18th eMigr8 Open Day, and they would assign you a time slot where you speak to a coach, right? Where you will have the opportunity to speak to a coach for 10 to 15 minutes, right? So if you are still on the call, you've won yourself a free coaching session. Please do some findings. Don't come to this coaching session and ask the coach, what is the best route for me? Right. Do some finding about the route, do some finding about the countries, and ask them to say, if I'm going to go to Germany, I have this experience, I have this qualification. How do I put it together? It's a better use of time because you can Google most of the questions and you find the answers. Some of these countries have already provided the answers. So if you want to go to any of these countries, they have criteria on your website. You can look at the criteria. Now, when the criteria are not clear to you, then we can help you unpack what they are trying to communicate, right? So please use the slots that you've won, right? We do have coaches who are ready to speak with you, who are ready to offer their time, and please don't take it for granted, right? So thank you. Do I have any more question? All right, I will quickly. All right, just a recap of the conversation today, right? We've talked about the global talent visa for the UK, and we spent some time talking about startup visas and talent visas that we speak to. Like I said, this is not an exhaustive list. So if you are looking to go to countries that are not listed here, it's fine. You can come into our coaching session and we can have a conversation around that. And if you are looking at any of these countries, you can do a search. A simple Google search would give you a lot of information about those visas and these opportunities. If you need more clarity, we've offered you a free coaching session that you can come into our ecosystem and we can unpack the coaching. We can unpack the knowledge for you and help you navigate through the process. We do have coaches that can work with you. We do have the do-it-yourself. We have information on our app that you can use if you're going to do it yourself, which is fantastic. There are a couple of people that have done it themselves and they've gotten endorsed, right? And if you need support, if you need assistance, you need a mentor, you need a coach to walk you through the process, we have the do-it-with-me approach where a coach is assigned to you and you work together, to get you to your destination, right? So that is important to know, right? Again, the visa opportunity that we're focused on, especially for the tech visa opportunity, they oftentimes more often than not a pathway to settlement. The global talent visa is a pathway to settlement for the UK, right? The global talent visa allows you move with your family, right? It's you can move with your dependent. If you're familiar with the news around immigrations within the UK and across the world, moving with dependents is becoming a hot debate. But the global talent visa allows you move with your dependent, move with your family, right? It's beginner friendly, so we can come together to say you want to apply for the global talent visa. This is the roadmap to get you there, and with your dedication, we can walk through the roadmap, right, to make sure you become globally attractive. Remember, our goal is not to get you into the UK. Our goal is to make you globally relevant, globally attractive. And if the UK is your primary domain where you choose to reside, you are globally attractive in the UK and you can offer value, right, to the UK. Right. We focus on, for now, our focus is tech-enabled opportunities, right? And we can discuss after now, right? We have also discussed in the past different visa route that you can find again in our app, and you can download our videos and watch binge on them. We also have videos, a lot of them on YouTube. We do have the eMigr8 tech visa landscape document, white paper, right? That just tells you about the changes that has happened over time in the tech visa landscape, right? If you want to know more about what has happened, what has taken place, what are the changes that have happened, and what are the expected changes to come, you can click on the link, and it's also it's in the app, so you can easily get it within the app also. And we can share with you if you request for that, it can be shared with you, right? If you are still on the call, thank you for joining us today. If you want to take the conversation forward, you can join our communities and we can take it forward. Or you can send us a tweet on X, send out a message on X, send out a message on any of our platforms, leave a comment. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment on the YouTube. We can reach you through that avenue also. Or you can send a message to the numbers on your screen. WhatsApp message, please. And the administrators would get in touch with you. We just want to know who you are, what you're looking out for, so that we can pay you with the right resource, right? If you are a beginner, our advice is let's have conversation. Let's have a roadmap for you that you can work with. If you are intermediate in your journey, you started a while ago, let's talk. Let's have a roadmap, right, that makes you globally attractive, right? Because you would need skill, you would need exposure, right? And so let's put you in front of, we talked about our partners earlier. Let's put you in contact with some of our partners that can give you exposure, that can give you a platform to build your skill set. If you are switching career, if you are an expert already and you're looking at the global talent visa, will ask you to look through the opportunities within your present ecosystem. Do you see that opportunity expanding further, or have you plateaued? Have you gotten to is there a glass ceiling that you have gotten to within your ecosystem, and you need somewhere, a bigger pool where you can be expressive? The UK Global Talent offers you that pool where you can be expressive. You can connect globally from the UK better than most developing countries, right? So we ask you to come into our ecosystem. Let's talk about applying for the Global Talent Visa, and let's get you through the fears and also through the hurdles that is stopping you today. All right. So that's our presentation for this month, right, of April. Right. We'll come again in March, first week in March. We'll communicate through our social media handles what we'll be discussing in March. Today, we've talked about the Global Talent Visa, and we've also given advice across multiple visas as we see fit, as we're directed and led by the questions that came through the various chat portal, right? So thank you very much for investing your time today with us. We ask that you invest more time in taking action, right? Because it's not enough to have the knowledge, but take action. If the first action is to review your LinkedIn profile, please do review your LinkedIn profile. All right. If the first action is to speak to your boss to say you need a recommendation letter, you want to apply for global talent visa, take that step. All right. If the first action is going to going to gov.uk or technation.io to read about the criterias for global talent visa, let's take that action step tonight. If the first step for you might also be joining our community, right, so that you can take advantage of the free coaching session that we offer, please take that action tonight. If you want specific information and you want to speak to someone, please send us a WhatsApp message and we will be in contact with you to speak with you. All right. Thank you very much. Again, there are contact details in the chat. Before you leave, connect with somebody, right? Their LinkedIn profile, connect with somebody, and also reach out, to them and understand their journey beyond what we've discussed today. And you can team up and also be part of the next last by income session. If you're looking to develop skill sets and exposure, you can tag team and be part of a cohort. You can even start a cohort for Bincom, labs by Bincom. All right. So that will be our presentation for today. We'll speak in March and we would like to hear feedback. All right. How was this session to you? Please let us know. What are you looking to learn from this session? What are you hoping to get out of this session? Right. Please let us know. Are we meeting your expectations? Please send us those message in the chat before you leave, or join the community and leave your message. Are there specific visas you want us to talk about? Please let us know. Leave the message in the chat, or when you join the community, let us know, or send us a DM through any of our portal. We're on X, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on LinkedIn. So send us a direct message in any of those portals, and send us a direct message on WhatsApp also. We're on Telegram also. Let us know, what are you looking out for? How do you think we can help you? Ultimately, we're here to help. And if you tell us, we'll be able to build structure around some of your expectations, and also to offer our services, tailor our services to meet some of your expectation. All right. Thank you very much. Have a fantastic rest of the month of February. We'll speak in March. Have a good one, guys.